let's get right into this. This is your life guide. Hey y'all, what's happening? I'm Rescue. So it's been a while since I've done any sort of update as far as the stimulus check package, but today we may have some good news. Do me a quick favor, click and smash that like button, share this with a friend or two who may need to know about the updates, and of course you'll be doing my small channel a favor when you do that. You know, Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, and all others been in the background trying to come up with something. And this is probably the reason why the Democrats are still in the Capitol and have not gone home yet. So hopefully this package may be it. So this is the HEROES Act. The original HEROES Act was $3.4 trillion. And of course, the Democrats in the House passed this package. However, it got stuck in the Senate. They didn't even take a look at it at all. Now, this is a shredded version of it, which is $2.2 trillion. Okay, so that has been shredded all the way from the $3.4 trillion to $2.2 trillion. And it looks as though the Democrats are trying to push in money into the system, but there's always some political games going on. The Republicans are not budging. I am hoping that this time, these $2.2 trillion, as crazy as all of these allocations in here look like, hopefully they can come to some sort of agreement. Okay, the package, the whole bill is over 2,000 pages. Over 2,000 pages. So there's no way I'm gonna give you a full detail, but just a summary of what is going on. So one of the most important things you should know is that in this package, the $600 unemployment check will resume, which means that you will now, be getting $600 per every week until January 31st, 2021. Now, although we currently have the executive order still in effect, signed by Donald Trump, that is expiring within a week or so. So therefore, hopefully, if this $2.2 trillion, passes, we may just be in luck. For those who are suffering, we see all of these unemployment, numbers and stuff like that. Those are not really real numbers because Americans or the impoverished community are not really out there, being part of these numbers. Okay, so it is important that our political leaders understand this, but they don't. They're playing with our lives, your life. So this bill includes another $1,200. Okay, it's not going to be continuous, but another $1,200, which will be given to anyone who qualified before. If you've gotten it for, it's going to be based on your 2018 and 2019 taxes. And if you receive it in the past, you will be receiving it as well. The change here is that, you will receive $500 for any dependent, regardless of their status, whether they're in college or not. You will be receiving $500 for each dependent. There's no cap on dependent in this package. So with this proposal, regardless of your status here in America, that means as long as you're paying taxes and you have TIN number or ITIN number, which is the tax identification number or individual tax identification number, as long as you have any of those and you've been paying taxes, you will also receive, as long as again you fit into the requirement. So in this particular proposal, it exempts or it blocks your debt collectors or anyone taking your money away, meaning that if you owe child support or you owe a debt and the collectors and stuff like that are after you, they will not be touching your money. So which is good. And pretty much again, everything is going to be based on your 2018 and 2019 taxes. Anyone receiving Social Security, SSI, disability, survivor, VA, or railroad retirement are also eligible. The same way you have received your money in the past, you will be receiving it as well. Now, $10 billion with a B, $10 billion have been allocated for SNAP. So for the food program and stuff like that. A change in this specific bill is that, these will also cover hot food. In the past, there are certain things that you couldn't use your SNAP benefits for, but in these it includes a lot more options, including hot meals. So $21 billion for homeowners is allocated in this particular bill, meaning that if you're struggling with any sort of mortgage payments or any housing related costs, okay, you will be eligible to apply for this specific one. This is for homeowners, and 2.2 million with an M, $2.2 million will also be allocated for tenant-based rental assistance. So more like you're renting and you can pay, and for eviction and all of that. So that allocation is there. Elections, okay, as we know, election is coming up. $3.6 billion has been allocated for that. That's with a B. We hope, I truly sincerely hope that all of these kind of goes through, but I also suspect there's going to be a fight. Unfortunately, what the Republicans cares about right now is the replacement of justice, the Supreme Justice, and unfortunately that's the atmosphere that we're dealing with at this point. Everything is so political. They don't seem to care about the people who actually put them there. So I said elections, $3.6 billion is allocated for that. For CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, $13.7 billion is allocated for them. USPS have $15 billion allocated in this particular bill. Okay, let's see, student loans. So there will be a suspension or extension for, if you owe any student loans and stuff like that, you don't have to make any payments until September, the end of September 2021. Okay, until September 30th, 2021. Now, $120 billion will also be allocated, or $120 billion is actually allocated in this particular bill or proposal for restaurants. We all know how restaurants or hospitality industry is really suffering. A lot of businesses are out. They cannot go on anymore. I truly feel that people who really need the money are not getting it. A lot of people have not been able to even receive the small PPP or EIDL loans because there's so much fraud going on. So, but the good news is, $120 billion with a B is allocated for restaurants. With this rise of Roni, it's really disrupting a lot of things, and we just hope that these will pass and will come to the aid or to the rescue, for the people. Now, $3 billion will also be allocated, or is allocated in this proposal, for minority-owned businesses. So this is very, very specific, and is very, very important, because a lot of people or certain sectors or communities are overlooked. And minority businesses are the ones that are really, really, really suffering and really trying to make ends meet. Okay, so that's $3 billion. 10% of the money is focused on smaller businesses. For PPP, for the PPP loan, about 10% of the money, it will be focused on smaller businesses, meaning that if you have 10 employees or less, you will be more of a priority this time around, and the loan will be under $250,000. It will not be any above $250,000, but below $250,000 for companies, small businesses, individual freelancers, or a hustler, whatever business you may have. you will be qualified up to $250,000 for the PPP in this particular program, and 30% of the allocation will be for nonprofit organizations. Okay, nonprofit organization, and within that, 50% of that allocation will be for people who actually want to, apply again, because they've lost 25% of their businesses since Ronnie started. As you can see, there is so much focus on government and businesses. And for you as an individual, if you've been waiting for the past 4-5 months just to simply get another $1,200, I mean, you are, I can't even imagine what you're going through. This is why it's important for you to, really start and be part of the American dream and start a business, to, start a side hustle, do something, because you can't, we can't be depending on these people. They're playing with our lives, right? They're playing with our lives. So it is important that you take life into your own hands. This specific proposal is, again, it's not perfect. They definitely trimmed it down much lower than what it was before, but I expect a lot of fight, because the Republicans are just not budging. They're not willing to even give the $1,200 stimulus. However, because it's currently an election time, they want to do something, give something, especially Donald Trump is really wanting to do something so you could see his name on the check, so you feel that he is really making things happen. There's one hand where the Democrats are really willing to push money into the system. The Republicans are saying no, people don't need that. It will discourage people from getting back to work, and all of these fights going on. Somehow when this Ronnie started, all of a sudden $3 trillion came out of nowhere, but all along we had no money. So it's gonna be quite an interesting few days to see how they're able to deal with this, with the Supreme Justice replacement being a focus, or being a prime focus right now. The Republicans are clinging on. They just want to make that replacement so badly. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't care about the Republicans, nor do I care about the Democrats. I like you, are part of the people, and we just want to be served as they have promised. Businesses are suffering, individuals are suffering, people cannot find any work, and Ronnie is surging all over again. We can't get our normal lives back, and at least all we can get is some little help, and that doesn't seem to be the case. So in all, the unemployment benefit will resume if this proposal passes. Okay, the Democrats, no issue, they will pass that. It is the Senate which is controlled by the Republicans, so we will see what happens with that. So that $600 will resume, and up until January 31st of 2021, that's when a new government will take place. And then $1,200 for every individual who is qualified based on the 2018 and 2019 taxes, and $500 for any dependent. This time, whether you're in college or not, you will qualify for that. So that's good news. That is good. This has been the progress so far. There hasn't been any major progress for the past 5 months. This is a huge progress. So let's see what happens. The Democrats are tired and they want to go home. They haven't taken their break. They want to go home. So let's see what happens. And if this doesn't go through, I can assure you that we may not see any stimulus check update, or we may not see any real stimulus help in any way until a new president or until a re-election. Anyway, so I hope that this is been informative to you. It's pretty much a breaking news, and I'm bringing it out. I'm bringing it to you so you know what's happening. So stimulus check update. It is coming on the floor for it to be voted on, and then moving to the Senate. Let's hope that there's not that much politics going on, and we can get this through and get some money to the people. As always, I thank you for your time and thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button so any of my videos that I post, you can get some update. And of course, comment down below on your thoughts on anything that you think that may be happening within the next few days or weeks. Would we see this money or would we not? Is it another political game? How are you feeling and how are you doing? Have you gotten your first stimulus check? Is this just a game? Thank you for watching. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know any thoughts that you may have. I look forward to continuing and bringing you some very valuable content that inspires you and uplifts you and have you taking action, making something of your life, rather than just waiting for these people to bring or to hand you something. So that's all I have for today. I just wanted to come right quick and give that quick update so you know what's happening with the stimulus check update. Remember, you have greatness within you. Tap into it. Knowledge is power, but the application of knowledge is powerful. Until next time, I'm Rescue, and this is your Life Guide.